Hello students. So let us talk about flowers now. We have dealt with roots, we have dealt with stem, leaves. Now the another external feature of a flowering plant is definitely flower. And before starting on or before progressing with the flower, before that I would like to discuss about inflorescence. So this is something which you really need to know and which you cannot skip from this chapter. There is something called as inflorescence and estivation. So these certain terms you need to know. Now, talking about inflorescence basically would mean flower arrangement on a peduncle, on a stem. If you are talking about a peduncle means the axis on which the inflorescence will happen, or the axis or the stem on which the flowers are going to get arranged. Okay, so arrangement of flowers on that axis, on that peduncle, is called as inflorescence. Inflorescence is of different type, as you can see. There is racemose, special type, and cymose. So when you talk about the racemose inflorescence is also called as intermediate. You might hear these kind of terms like intermediate inflorescence or indefinite inflorescence. Indefinite inflorescence. Then cymose is called as definite inflorescence. Definite inflorescence. Now here one thing you should know, that in racemose inflorescence there is an axis, there is this peduncle on which the flower needs to be appeared. So a flower will appear over here, then another flower will appear here, then another one over here, another one over here. So basically at this tip, the tip of the axis contains meristematic tissue, and meristematic tissue, they keep on dividing and they keep on growing the stem. So this axis will keep on growing. The growth of this stem will not stop, and hence the flowers, so one will come here, another will come here, one will come here, then another, then, and so on. So if we say this is first flower, this is second flower, this is third flower, this is fourth flower. So out of these four flowers, the oldest flower is one and the youngest flower is the fourth one. Okay, this kind of arrangement, when I am saying that this kind of arrangement is lateral, the flower arrangement is lateral here. Okay, so the flower arrangement is lateral, and this thing, that the youngest flower is positioned at the apex. You can see fourth flower is the youngest one and it is positioned at the apex. Such kind of arrangement is called as acropetal arrangement. Acropetal arrangement. Now in this inflorescence axis, if you are going to condense this inflorescence axis, so if you just compress it from here and here and you make it condensed in this manner, so the arrangement of the flowers that you will see will be in this manner, somewhat like this. That means the oldest flowers will be towards the out and the youngest flower will be towards the inside. So it's something like this. This arrangement is called as centripetal arrangement. Yes, so over here you can see racemose inflorescence. It will have lateral arrangement of the flower. There is acropetal arrangement of the flower and centripetal arrangement of the flowers. Lateral means the flowers, they are going to get arranged over the side, one side, another side, third side, like this. And then there is acropetal arrangement, which means youngest flower on the top at towards the apex and the oldest flower towards the base. Okay, this is your racemose inflorescence. Now racemose inflorescence or intermediate inflorescence, there are it is of several types, so you need to study about the types in detail. First type is raceme, another one spike, another one catkin. Catkin, it is also called as amentum. Then another one is spadix, then corymb, then umbel, and the last one would be the last type is capitulum. Capitulum, in other words, is also called as head, so head inflorescence. Okay, so these all are the type of racemose inflorescence. Then we come over to the cymose or definite inflorescence. Now in this, what is happening, the peduncle or the inflorescence axis that I've shown here, in this also there is an axis, but this axis does not have meristematic tissue at the apex, so it is not going to show the unlimited growth. It is going to show a very limited growth. It will over here Now at the meristem, as the meristem or of the tip is consumed, due to which there will be a formation of the terminal flower. Okay, so here meristematic tissue has been consumed, so the flower will be formed here like this. Okay, so we can see now flower is not formed on the side, but it is formed over the tip. So from where this new flower will arise? Now over here already one flower has been formed, so now a new flower will arise from where? Now on the lower side of the inflorescence axis, a branch will arise in this manner. Okay, here a branch will arise, and again at this branch, at the tip of this branch, the meristematic tissue is consumed. So over here also again a new flower will be formed. Same way from this also, from the base of this another branch will arise, and it will have the flower at the top. So this is called as cymose inflorescence. Now this kind of arrangement, since the flowers, they are not coming laterally but they are coming at the apex, so the arrangement of flower is apical. Okay, then apart from that, we were having acropetal arrangement in the racemose inflorescence, but in cymose inflorescence we will have the basipetal arrangement. Basipetal, that means the youngest flower over here. See, this is the stem and this is the base. So this is the oldest flower and this is the youngest flower. So where is the youngest flower present? It is present at the base of this flower. So over here the youngest flower is present at the base and not the apex. So this is called as basipetal arrangement. And same way, if you condense this inflorescence axis, what you will see? You will see the youngest flower outside, while the big flower, the older flower, towards the inside. So this kind of arrangement is called as centrifugal arrangement. Centrifugal arrangement. Then coming over to the type of cymose inflorescence, the type would be monocasial, or also called as uniparous. Uniparous. Then another type would be dicasial or biparous. And the third one would be polycasial, or you call it as multiparous, or bicasial and multiparous, this one. So these are the type of cymose or definite that you will be studying. Then coming over to the special type of inflorescence. Now when you talk about special type of inflorescence, it will have different types under the special. There would be hypanthodium. Each one of them varies. So this we will be discussing in the complete regular chapters, that when we will be doing this chapter on a regular basis, in that we will discuss. This is just the summary and I am giving you the classification. Okay, so hypanthodium, another one is cyanthium, another one is vorticillester, and the last one is cynanthium. Yes, so this is about the inflorescence. Now after this, let us start with the flower. Now under the flower, first of all you need to know the structure of a flower. So you would be studying, now if I start with the flower, so here we would be dealing with the structure of the flower. Structure of the flower. So here here we have got another one. Then this is just in order to explain you the structure. Okay, so this way you will be doing with the structure of flower. In this, what you need to know? You need to know that this is the base of the flower. Stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. Okay, the apex of this pedicel is called as receptacle. receptacle or thalamus. Okay, that is the tip of pedicel. Then over here we have got the sepals, petals. Okay, this one is female structure, female reproductive structure, which is called as gynoecium, and this one is the anther. Okay, or basically you call it as androecium. Yes. Okay, so these all are the structure of a flower. Over here, whenever you look at a flower, first of all you will see the stalk. So the stalk is called as pedicel. Then over the stalk or around the flower you will see that green thing, green tiny leaves which are enclosing this flower. So those are called as sepals. Okay, then petals, you know, they are beautiful, they are very colorful. Then we have got inside the petals enclosed is the androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is the male reproductive part of flower and gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flower. Okay, so you will be studying all these things in detail. Then we come over to the types of flowers. Okay, the types of flowers after the structure. So under the types of flower, you will study first of all the type on the basis of symmetry. Okay, on the basis of symmetry. So over here it would be actinomorphic. Then the flowers could be zygomorphic, and then they could be asymmetrical. Okay, then apart from on the basis of symmetry, we have got on the basis of position of floral parts. Basis of position of floral parts on thalamus. So now you know what is thalamus. Thalamus is the receptacle or the tip of pedicel. Okay, so how the flower parts, that is how the sepal, petal, gynoecium and androecium, they are arranged over the thalamus. On that basis we have got three type of flowers. Basically this will deal with the positioning of gynoecium and androecium. Okay, so it could be hypogynous. If the ovary is superior, you call it as hypogynous. Then there is perigynous. Okay, if the ovary is located at the same level as that of the androecium, that means gynoecium located at the same level of the androecium, so you call it as perigynous. And then we have got the epigynous. Okay, after this, after these types, you would be dealing with the whorl of flowers. Whorl of flowers. So whorl means the layers. The flower, you see different layers they have, so the layers. So first whorl is calyx, then corolla, then we have got androecium, and then we have got gynoecium. Okay, so calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Okay, and under the gynoecium you are supposed to read about placentation. This is about the placenta, so you definitely need to study about placentation if you're aspiring for the medical entrance examinations. Okay, and definitely the type of here in calyx you will study about the types and modification. And in corolla also you will study about the types and modification. Okay, and at the end, after this, you will be studying about estivation. Okay, so this all you would be dealing in the flower. Okay, so if you liked the session, please press or hit the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel for more video updates. In next part, we would be dealing with the fruit and seed. If you have any queries regarding the same, if you have any query or any specific topic you want to have a lecture on, please you can write your queries on bioentranceguru@gmail.com. I'll just write it here. bioentranceguru@gmail.com. Not only related with CBSE or IGCSE, or also you can deal with GCSE and IGCSE. So if you want any specific topic from that board also, or IT board also, you can let me know. Thank you so much.